Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my July and August Ipsy bag. I know I've been super lazy, just like Gudetama here, and I missed July, but here we are with both bags, so we have almost enough to do a full face, which is really cool. So yeah, let's jump into it. The one for August, it's got the little Gudetama on it, which I love. It's so cute. I feel so much connection to this little egg right here. It's just freaking adorable. And so then looking at the August Glam bag, it's got this really cool like kind of sunsetty vibe where it's got like an ombre fade type deal. It says peace, love, lipstick. I'm not in love with like this. I think it's a little bit cheesy, but it is really pretty, and it's got a little like gold tassel on it. All of these products in the both the Glam bags are cruelty free, except for one that I'm not sure of. I couldn't really find any information on it, and that's these masks here. These are from Vitamasques, and they're their face food yogurt masks. I am going to try this out on camera for you, and I tried the strawberry one already, and this looks like straight up Go-Gurt. Like, I think somebody just took some Go-Gurt, repackaged it, and told you to put it on your face. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So what I thought about it was, it wasn't quite as like hydrating as I expected, but it did help to brighten and sort of like firm my skin too, so that was nice. And it does say skin softening and brightening. I didn't really get the skin softening as much as the brightening, but today we are going to try out the Kiwi fruit yogurt mask, and this is supposed to be skin softening and revitalizing. So I think it is really cute. It's got this yogurt thing. Again, I wish I could find information on whether or not this is cruelty free. I didn't see anything on their website, and I couldn't find anything on like cruelty free pity or anything like that. So if you know whether or not this brand is cruelty free, please leave a comment down below. Or you could also email their customer care, of course. Okay, so see what I mean? It just looks like, ooh, okay, I got it everywhere. It just like, it looks like yogurt. This kind of looks like, it's got a little like green specks in it, so I'm literally just gonna like put this on my face. I don't have a mirror in front of me, so this may be interesting. It does smell really good. It smells like kiwis. It smells like kiwi yogurt. I'm telling you, this is just Go-Gurt repackaged. It's got little like beads in it. Oh god. Almost got it in my eye. So you get quite a bit of product. You probably could do 2 face masks with these. The strawberry one I just kind of like used up all of it, and that's kind of what I'm going to do for this one too. I don't actually know how long you're supposed to leave it on your face. Directions. This is after 20 minutes. That's so long. Oh my god. Did not do that with the strawberry. Very prepared, as you can see. Okay, so I guess I will be back in 20 minutes. It is, let's see, 1:05 right now, so I will be back at 1:25, and we'll see how this thing works. Hey guys, it is now 9:27, and I'm about to go wash this face mask off. So I just washed the face mask off. Sorry, I don't know what my roommate's doing out there. I definitely noticed a little bit more hydration after the 20 minutes, but still not what I was expecting. My skin, like, I don't feel like it feels any softer. However, again, like, I feel like it does look a little bit more like supple. I feel like it did tone down my redness a little bit and just make it a little bit like more firm looking almost, but again, I'm not really getting that like hydration. I also noticed after like about 15 minutes it started to give off this like weird smell, and it smells like old yogurt. It's kind of gross. So maybe only leave this on for 15 minutes if you're going to try it. These are a full-size single things, retail for $2.99 on their website. Again, I wish I knew more about this brand and whether or not they are cruelty free. So I don't think I'm going to be purchasing these at any point, but I mean, they are nice and worth trying out. Oh, and those were in the August Glam bag. Next up is a product from the April Glam bag. This is the Hanalei lip treatment in Rose. I love this. I've really been liking it for like no makeup days. It just makes your lips look really soft and supple and gives them like kind of a tiny hint of color. It also smells really, really good, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this. I have another lip product which I'm going to be using later, so that's why I'm doing this step first to just kind of hydrate them. But as you can see, it just gives your lips a really nice, like, slight pink tint, at least on my skin tone. It feels really nice, it's really hydrating, and it just makes them look kind of soft and supple. Even after it kind of dries down and the shine goes away, it still leaves your lips looking really healthy. So yeah, I've really been liking this. This is a sample size. The full size, let's see. Let me look it up. Okay, the full size retails for $20. This one you get 0.17 ounces, and then the full size you get 0.53 ounces. So I do think this is worth it. I'm actually considering buying a full size once this runs out because I do really, really like it. Okay, so I don't have any like base products or brow products to show you, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then I will be right back. I'm back. So I just went ahead and applied my foundation and concealer and some brows. For foundation, I'm just wearing the No. 7 Lift and Luminate foundation, and then I'm also wearing the Kat Von D Lock-It concealer. This is from the August Glam bag. This is the Naked Cosmetics HD Translucent Setting Powder. I really enjoy this. Okay, it's been sitting on its side, so there's like a shit ton of powder in here. Oh god. We'll make it work. I really, really like this powder. It feels very soft, very finely milled. It sits nicely on the skin. I haven't tested the flashback yet, and I feel like it is going to flash back, so we're going to go ahead and test that today. But other than that, I think it's a beautiful powder. Naked Cosmetics, I feel like, puts out really high quality products. I've never been really disappointed at anything they have. They don't have the largest selection, but what they do have is really great. I love their loose pigments. They're absolutely beautiful. This product specifically, I couldn't find just the setting powder on there, but I found a set which is this size of the setting powder with a brush. I think it must be the full size, and that one is normally $23.99, but right now it's on sale for $14.99, and that's the powder and the powder and the brush, so not bad at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take some on my sponge, and I'm just going to set under my eyes today and then around my nose. As you can see, it just blends very nicely into the skin, and it doesn't leave your skin looking cakey or anything like that. It's also very, very brightening. If you are into baking, it is really good for that. I don't like baking under my eyes because it just makes it look really super dry. I haven't tried it with this powder, so maybe it would be better, but I'm just not into that. However, I do like baking down here, which we're going to do a little bit later. I'm just going to set around my nose. Okay, so now that I've got that powder on my face, I'm actually going to go test the flashback, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. So yeah, I am definitely getting some flashback. This is a really bad picture, but let me show you. You can definitely see the flashback. You can even see where the powder is as opposed to where it's not. So this is definitely a daytime powder, not a nighttime powder, unless you plan on not taking any photos, because yeah, that is quite a bit of flashback. And I kind of expected it to flashback, so I'm not really disappointed. I still like the powder, and I still think it's a good product. It's just definitely for daytime use, and, oh, sorry, my palette's like making reflections on my face. It's definitely for daytime use and not for nighttime. I am going to blend it out a little bit. Next thing is also from the August bag, and this is the Pacifica Coconut Blush, and I think these are both supposed to be blushes. However, this shade I've been using as a bronzer, and I really like it. I think on deeper skin tones it would look nice as just like a neutral blush, so you could use it that way as well. This blush is very pretty. It's really, really pigmented. These do have a little bit of kickback, which isn't bad, and that's typically what happens when you have a product that's super pigmented. So for me, I just have to go in with a super, super light hand. Make sure to tap my blush off. If you're deeper than me and you go in with a little bit of a heavier hand, this will definitely still show up on you. So I really like this, and I think it's very versatile. And the formula is beautiful, especially this shade here. When I use it as a bronzer, it just gives like this beautiful just bronzing effect, and it also lasts all day. It's really long wearing. It also blends beautifully on an unset face or even a bare face, which is kind of difficult to find. A lot of times bronzers will look patchy if you don't have the right base for it. This one doesn't, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. The only thing is, like I said, there is quite a bit of kickback, so you just have to make sure to tap your brush off. What I also love about this is that there's a mirror on the other side. I actually realized this because I took this on the ferry. I didn't know this before then. To do my makeup on the ferry, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot a mirror, and then I realized this has a mirror on the back, so I really like that. It's kind of nice to have that, so you can use it with like other products without having to opening up a palette and worried about damaging it while you're doing your makeup. Or you can also kind of set it up like this, and it has like a little stand, which I like. It's kind of awkward to use if you're using it with these products here, but you can definitely make it work. I'm going to start with the bronzer. Or I guess it's a blush, but I'm going to use it as a bronzer because that's how it works best on my skin tone. So I'm just going to take this fluffy brush. That's how I've been liking to apply my bronzer. And you can see a little bit of kickback. I think the more pink one definitely has more kickback, but this one has a little bit. And I'm just going to apply that in the hollows of my cheeks and then around the perimeter of my face. See, like, it's pigmented enough where you can definitely see it showed up and it looks really nice, but it's not overly pigmented and it's not difficult to blend out at all. It just blends itself out, and it's really, really, really super nice. Oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. I love this, and it makes it so easy, especially if you're running late, to apply. I'm definitely liking this shade as a bronzer more than I like the blush, just because it is so pigmented, and I typically like my blushes to be a little bit less pigmented, but it's still really, really nice. And then I'm just going to take this and blend it down my neck as well. And you can really build this up and get like a super bronzy effect, or you can just keep it pretty light with, you know, one kind of coat. It's really versatile, and I love it. All Pacifica products are vegan and cruelty-free, which is awesome. Yeah, they're a really cool brand. I haven't really tried out any of their cosmetics, so I'm really super impressed. I always pass them. There's like a stand at Fred Meyer, and I always pass them and wonder about it. But I've never actually like bought anything for them, so I'm super impressed with this. There also came with a like 20% off coupon on the Ulta website on the box, which was awesome. I couldn't find the exact like this exact palette anywhere, so I think it may have been exclusive to Ulta, or they don't make it anymore or something. I'm not sure. The individual blushes retail for $12, and I think those are a little bit bigger pan size, but I really, really enjoy this. Okay, so we're also going to use the blush in that palette, and I'm just going to use a very kind of light dab, and then I'm going to definitely tap off my brush. Oh, it's just so pretty. Especially, like, for me, if I just go in with a light hand, and you can definitely still see it, like, you can tell the difference. At least I can in person. You might not be able to tell on camera, but you can definitely see the difference right off the bat. So again, this could be really quick and easy in the morning. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with that HD powder, and I'm going to take my Ego Tools sponge again, and I'm just going to use this to bake. I really like this powder for baking, you know, as long as you're not taking photos at night, because it's just so brightening and definitely helps to clean up any mistakes. So I'm just going to let that sit on there while we move on to the next step. So there was actually another bronzer, the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer, and this is in Park Avenue Princess. The reason why I used the other one was just because this one was not my favorite. One, the shade is just too dark for me, so it didn't work on my skin tone, but also it has very clear like glitters in it. It's not just like a natural sheen, it's like shimmery, and that's just not really my jam for bronzers. I prefer them either to be matte or just sort of satiny, and this is definitely very shimmery. It is still pigmented and it blends out nicely. It is long wearing, so I do believe the waterproof claim, although I haven't actually tested if it's waterproof, but it is super long wearing and the formula is nice. I just didn't love the glitter, and again, the shade is just not right for me. I am actually going to use this on the eyes instead today, so you can see kind of how it performs. And I'm going to be using this brush from the August Glam bag. This is a really, really cute brush. I love the style of it. The bristles are nice and soft. It is a little bit more dense than I like for a blending brush, but it's still nice. And this is the Ipsy T35 Precise Blending Brush. It's by SLMISSGLAMBEAUTY. I couldn't find this brush on their website, so I think that they actually made it specifically for Ipsy, so I think it's exclusive to that. These are very expensive. The closest thing I could find was in their Teal brush book, which retails for $325, which is so expensive. But I mean, if you do the math, you get 25 brushes in the book, so that comes down to like $13 a brush, and then you also get the book as well. So if you do the math, it's really not that bad, but the fact that they don't sell their brushes individually or in smaller sets kind of sucks. They did have one smaller set, which was like a 5-piece, and that was $80. But I don't know if I would purchase brushes from them just because you can't buy them individually and they're so expensive. But this is really cute. I have to be honest with you guys, this is the one product that I haven't really tried out over the past month or so. I just haven't really been wearing eyeshadow very much. I'm going to use it today. I think I tried it out once before, but I haven't really just used it very much, so we're going to do it today, and I'm going to be going in with that Tarte bronzer. The shimmer isn't really showing up on the eyes, but you can definitely see it when you put it on the face. I am liking this brush. I think it's blending out nicely, and it'd be good for like really precise blending. So I'm just going to blend that in the crease. We're going for a pretty simple look today. And then I'm going to kind of drag it out a little bit just to elongate the eye. Yeah, I really like this brush. It's doing a really nice job. I didn't expect it to like it this much just because it is quite dense for a blending brush, but I do like it. We're just going to kind of use that as our transition shade. I'm sorry I'm not really showing this product on the face. I just really wanted to show you that Pacifica product because it was so good. Okay, so I'm going to switch brushes here to this guy here, and I'm just going to blend it on the lower lash line as well. Okay, you can kind of see, I don't know if you can on camera, but you can kind of see the shimmer coming through right here in the crease. So I think I want to add a little bit more depth to my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Sunny Kashuk Eye Contour and just kind of deepen things up a little bit off camera. Okay, then back, and I zoomed you in a little bit closer just so you could see. I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, but as I was blending everything out, you can definitely tell that there's glitter in here, and the other shadow I used was completely matte, so that's definitely from the bronzer, and there's definitely like glitter in it, so as you can imagine on the face that would be pretty prevalent. I also, the more I use this brush, the more I didn't like it. It's just too dense, I think, to be a blending brush. It might work well for cream shadows. For powders, I just feel like it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. For blending things out, I had to go in with a fluffier brush, so it's just not my favorite for blending out shadows. Maybe if I was doing something really, really precise and detailed, but as for an overall blend, it didn't work that well. I had to go in with this fluffy Coastal Scents brush. So the next thing is from the July Glam bag, and this is from the brand Nomad Cosmetics. This is actually a highlighter, I believe, and they don't sell it individually, at least not to my knowledge. So you have to buy this in a palette, and this comes in the Stockholm palette, and that retails for usually $47, but right now it's $36 on sale. And you get, looks like you get 4 eyeshadows, 2 cheek products, 2 blushes, and then a lip, or 2 brushes, and then a lip product. So it is really cute. It might be worth checking out. This I found was really, really good quality. It's beautiful. For me, as a highlight, it's a bit dark, but I actually love this as an eyeshadow, and I've used it as a highlight. It looks really nice, and it lasts a long time. Again, it's just a little bit dark for me, but it is really beautiful, and the quality is great. So I'm actually going to just pop this on the lid as my eyeshadow today. Kind of going for a soft effect, so I'm not going to hammer anything. It is quite beautiful. As eyeshadow, it is very subtle unless you wet it, but it looks beautiful on the face as a highlight as well. I am going to take that brush again and just try to blend out the edges. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara and probably some falsies too, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, so I decided against the falsies, and I just added some Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And the next thing in the bag is going to be this eyeliner from Ciaté, London. This is the Wonderwand liner, and it retails for $18 on the Ciaté London website. I absolutely love this. It's super, super black, super pigmented and rich and creamy. Glides on well, lasts a long time. Ooh, gonna drop it. It actually lasts on my waterline pretty long. I always set my waterline with a powder, so when I do that, this lasts a great amount of time. Eyeliners on my waterline are notorious for just like sloughing off in like 5 minutes. This, even if I don't set it, does last quite a bit longer. So I'm just going to put this on my waterline, and I'm also just going to go in and tightline with it. As you can see, it just glides on so beautifully. I don't really have to work with it too much. I've used this kind of like smudged on the upper lash line too, or done like a smoked out wing, and that works beautiful as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go in now and set that with a powder, just using a matte black shade. I never set my tightline, I just set my waterline because that would be a pain. Don't get it on your eyeball. I'm actually going to add a little bit of that black shadow to the upper lash line just to balance everything out. Okay, so yeah, I'm absolutely super impressed with this liner. It's my new favorite black liner. It also comes with a little like angled brush on the other side, and this is great if you want to like kind of smoke out your wing or smudge it out. It is a little bit like flimsy, so it's not my favorite angled brush, but it's cool that it comes with it. I love Ciaté London. I'm noticing now that they're getting a lot more hype, which I'm super happy about because they are a great brand. They're cruelty free and they make really amazing products. So yeah, I'm super impressed with this liner. So the last thing in the bags, this is from the this is from the July bag. This is the Winky Luxe liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Angel Food. This is interesting. I'm not really sure how I feel about this product because I feel like it performs differently every time that I use it. First off, it smells like Play-Doh. Like literally exactly like Play-Doh. That is what this smells like. This is obviously a sample size. The full one retails for $13, which isn't bad at all. It's almost like a whipped texture. Trick to this is that you have to go in with either just one light layer coat, or go in with one coat, let it dry, and then go in with a second coat. If you try to overlay coats with this, it will get really dry and cakey on the lips. But if you just do one light coat, or if you do one light and let it dry, it is really comfortable and it won't cake up. So I think you just have to know how to work with this type of formula, because I think it can look really beautiful. It's just sometimes it can be a bit frustrating as far as application and just how it wears. You don't want to press your lips together, which I keep doing. It's just totally habit, but I find it works better if you don't do that. It's habit. I got lipstick in my nose. I don't ask me how I did that. I just did it. Okay. One thing I found weird is the first time I wore this, I found that it stayed pretty tacky throughout the day, but then afterward, after that, it dried down completely matte and didn't transfer. So it's a very confusing product, honestly. Like, it just, I feel like it performs differently depending on how you apply it. So it's definitely something you have to play around with and see what you like. Now that it's pretty much dry, I'm going to go in and just fill in some little gaps. If you are doing a second layer, or if you're applying touch-ups throughout the day, I find just doing a little bit and then kind of patting it in works best. I think the color is beautiful. It's a really pretty, like, peachy rosy nude, which I really like. So I almost totally forgot one product in the bag. I think that's the trouble with doing 2 bags at once, and it is this Balm Voyage Vol.2 highlighter. Now, as you can see, this is a freaking tiny sample, so I don't know how they expect you to get your brush in these tiny samples that theBalm sends. But I actually have the full-size palette, so I'm actually going to go in with the highlights shade. Don't ask me to pronounce it, I don't know how, but I will show you. It's this one right here. All of the colors in this palette are named Welcome in a different language, which is really cool. And it comes with 9 eyeshadows up here, and then 4 face products and 2 lip and cheek products. I'm not crazy about the eyeshadows. I do really like the mattes, which are these 2, but the rest are kind of but I do really like the face products, and this palette is really great to travel with. It's really compact and easy, which I like, so I'm going to go in with that highlighting shade. Once again, this shade is a little dark for me, but I have a bit of a tan right now, so I think we can do it. So I'm just going to go in with this Real Techniques brush. I do really like this highlighter. I think it's quite pretty. Lasts a pretty good amount of time as well. I don't wear it super often just because I can really only wear it like this time of year because I usually get a bit of a tan. Whereas normally it is too dark for me. I'm just going to take my finger and apply some to the tip of the nose. And down the center. Well, that kind of got everywhere. Oh well. And then I'm just going to take this little Wet n Wild brush and apply it to the inner corner as well. Next I'm going to go in with this like small angle brush, and I'm just going to apply it to the brow bone. So that is what the highlight looks like on the face. It is very pretty and shiny. I do like that highlight. I wouldn't say it's my favorite formula ever, but I do think it's really pretty. It's just, I don't reach for it mostly just because of the shade. And I typically go for a little bit more of a natural-ish highlight sometimes, but it is pretty, and I think that the palette is definitely worth checking out. The full-size palette retails for $39.50 on the Balm website. So yeah, I think that is all the products for these 2 months. Hey guys, so it's actually quite a bit later. I was having some camera issues and then I took a nap. But anyway, to sum up the video, I really liked both of these bags. I think my favorite was the July one, but I did really like this Pacifica palette. I think this was the highlight of like everything. Pretty great. I think I will definitely continue to use it. And then I also really love the Ciaté London eyeliner from the July bag. This was from the August. What I didn't like was probably the face masks just didn't really wow me. I feel like I always hate on face masks, but I feel like if they don't do much for me, then I don't know why. They're just like, there's no point. And then the other thing that I didn't like was the brush. It's just a little bit stiff for me. Especially for the price point, I feel like it's not really worth it. Like, the bristles are soft, it's just like, this is a little bit dense for a blending brush, I feel like. It could be good if you're doing something like really, really precise that you need to blend, or like cream shadows. So I'll have to play around with this more. I'm sorry, I haven't really gotten around to doing that. It's not my favorite style of brush for blending. That completes this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you again soon. Bye!